Clinton Foundation announcing it will no longer accept foreign or corporate donations if Hillary Clinton is elected president. And Bill Clinton would no longer give paid speeches. The change is coming amid new allegations of an apparent pay-to-play scheme between the foundation and the State Department while Hillary Clinton was Secretary of State, all discovered in recently released emails. But hey, why wait until whether or not she wins? I mean, why wouldn't you stop this thing now? That's what the RNC wants to know. Reince Priebus issued this statement saying the foundation should immediately cease accepting foreign donations and return every penny ever taken from other countries, several of which have atrocious human rights records and ties to terrorism. Mark Serrano and John Rowley are back with me. John, I don't know why she did. Why did she do this? Why have the foundation, really? I mean, one would assume that she probably knew she was going to run for president at some time. She was Secretary of State, and there are some sort of conflicts there.
Right. Well, I mean, the foundation does an incredible amount of good in the world on energy, on education, for women and girls and health care. And so I think they're not going to quit doing, and the president is not going to quit doing, President Clinton, kind of his next phase of his life's work just because some right-wing critics with an axe to grind are going to attack them for it.
I mean, you really think that's all it is some right-wing critics with an axe to grind? Because
well,
you know,
why else would you have shut it down a year or two ago? I mean, they've done a lot of good in the last couple of years after the presidential race is over.
You know, think about a federal judge, right? Federal judge who's on a case about a company that maybe he or she has stock in. What does that judge do? That judge recuses him or herself from actually making a decision on that company, not because he or she would be influenced by his own personal investment, but because of the appearance of it.
Well, it's radically different. This is charitable work in the world versus something in the legal ethics realm. I mean, after the election, I imagine the president is going to, President Clinton, the new second President Clinton, is going to relook at how this is done, and they may even just make a decision of whether they keep it going forward.
Look, you know, the mob did a lot of good for the Little Sisters of the Poor, okay? But that was no excuse for their criminal enterprise.
Perfect analogy.
Look, it's another criminal enterprise. You know, this nice talk about all the good work they've done around the world. Look, it was just a pay-to-play scheme. It was clearly set up to make them rich and also sell a future White House. Look, if it wasn't, why aren't they shutting down those funds now? They want to leave the door open for funds from foreign governments or related entities until the day she takes office or until the day she's elected.
Name one instance where a conflict of interest.
So that way they can have the most influence and the Clintons can gain the most. Look, in 2008, there was a memorandum of understanding that was signed by Bruce Lindsay, the CEO of the Clinton Foundation, and Valerie Jarrett at the White House. And it said, basically, look, we will not take money from foreign entities, from foreign governments, right? Even for the appearance of impropriety. Guess what? Hillary and Bill Clinton did not sign that memorandum of understanding, okay?
And if they hadn't done the Global Foundation, you'd be criticizing them for doing nothing.
So here's the thing, John. I mean, again, it's the appearance of conflict. You just don't do it. You got to have a Chinese wall.
What about the reality of conflict? There's no real conflict.
Listen,
so sure,
why would a federal judge excuse himself from a case if he owns stock in the company? Why? Because people are going to think that maybe. So I don't know what she did. I'm not saying she did anything here, but I am saying it was a total lack of judgment. I mean, think about it. The UBS situation. I love this one. United Bank of Switzerland needs to get 55,000 clients off the hook from a tax audit from the IRS. So what do? They go seek help from Mrs. Clinton, the newly named Secretary of State. Sure enough, the State Department helps them, and then miraculously, Bill Clinton gets his biggest speaking fees of the year, $1.5 million from none other than the United Bank of Switzerland. And UBS makes its biggest donations ever to the Clinton Global Initiative.
No one's ever proven she lifted a finger to help UBS.
I don't know if she did that saying, hey, you got to pay me off big time.
Exactly.
But in other words, it is improper. And you know what? As an American, as a taxpayer, I deserve more.
Look,
you deserve more. He deserves more. We all deserve more.
Look, the Clinton Foundation stinks to the high heavens. And after 8 years of this economy, people have struggled in this economy, and they don't want politicians anymore. They don't want the people who are connected inside the Beltway and the establishment like Hillary and Bill Clinton. They are sick and tired of them, which is why this very week, Donald Trump has turned this campaign around, and he's reminding everybody, I'm not the politician. I'm not the person who's got these excuses and these illicit ties and this matrix of fundraising and influence peddling that the Clintons have.
That stuff has to go. Mark and John, thank you so much. Good to have you guys here.